What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and in this video I'll be giving you guys a guide on the CEO special cargo warehouses, such as what locations to buy and also the best ways to make money with the business. So let's get straight into it. The CEO office location. So I wouldn't recommend these ones, even though you can get the Maze Bank West for free if you have like the premium version of GTA Online or whatever it's called. I don't think I'd recommend these. Me personally, I would go with the Arcadius Business Center. And the reason why I'm not recommending the Maze Bank Tower is because the Arcadius Business Center is, I want to say, like $2 million cheaper, or like $1 million cheaper, something like that. It's like a crazy price difference. And for the Maze Bank Tower, you actually have to go on like a ramp just to be able to even access like the garage and the actual building itself. So I just found that kind of annoying. So that's why I just think the Arcadius Business Center is just a little bit better, and it's just like a block away, so it's not that big of a difference. I know like the Maze Bank Tower is like a flex or whatever, but me personally, I think I'd rather just go with the Arcadius Business Center. Actual like warehouse locations and what warehouses to actually buy, depending on what kind of player you are. So obviously here we have special cargo. As you can see, I've made $15 million so far, and I just bought the 2 large warehouses, so I'm sure this number will go up soon. As you can see, collections completed. I don't do these collection missions that they have you do, so I'll get into that here in a little bit. But as you can see, sale rate, I've done 56 sales. Most of these are with the small one because that's the one I've had for the longest, obviously. And now let's actually talk about what I would recommend here. So for the actual warehouses themselves, I would recommend small and medium warehouses for newer players because they're only going to cost you, the small ones at least like 300k max, and you can make 240k from a sell mission, but we'll get into that a little bit later as well when we get into the money making side of things. Or even a medium warehouse, especially if they're on sale for only like 900k and you make like 735k. But like I said, I'll talk about that in a little bit, about like the actual money making. So for newer players, I'd recommend small and medium warehouses, but if you're like an experienced player or you just have extra money, I would definitely recommend large warehouses. Now for the actual locations, I think what I'm going to do with large warehouses is I think I'm just going to buy these 5 that are straight in a line, because I have like my arcade around here too, so I can collect this safe and also get this, and then also just come down here, and then my nightclub's all the way down here, so that kind of just works out. But I mean, I think that's really the only way to do it, at least in my opinion, unless you want them just to be spaced out, just so you know you can go to like your other businesses, like say a nightclub over here, and you know, like I guess that's kind of over here, or say like you have the hangar down here and you need to go like source crates or whatever, you can stop by here and talk to your technician. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do, but me personally, I'd go with these 5 right here. Now for the medium ones, I think since these are temporary, I don't think it matters that much, but I think I just went with the cheapest one that was over here. As you can see, if you want to source crates this way, it's 2,000 for 1 crate, 8,000 for 2 crates, and then 18,000 for 3 crates. But me personally, I'd just talk to the technician. The first and easiest way to make money with this business is by going to your assistant over here at the front desk and then going to export mixed goods. Now what this does is this brings like a truck to any of your warehouses. You have to deliver the truck to the docks, and then once you bring it to the docks, you get like 50 to 100k. I'm pretty sure it's 50k, but obviously it's 100k when it's on double money, and I feel like it goes on double money pretty often, honestly. So yeah, that's probably the first way and easiest way of making money with this business. So now let's head over to the warehouses, and then I'll talk about how I make money. With the CEO cargo warehouses is I go up to my technicians and basically just push right on D-pad, or I don't know what button it is on PC or anything like that, but to source special cargo for 7.5k, $7,500. It's not that much, and the crates are usually worth like 15k, but we'll get into that later as well. So this technician, they're going to bring you 1 out of 4 crates, so it's 60% chance for 1 crate, 25% chance for 2 crates, and then a 14% chance of 3 crates. And then the 1% chance is for a high valued item, which is anywhere from 95k to 150k. And you cannot sell that item like with like the normal cargo, so you have to do like a separate sell mission to sell that. But I mean, it's an easy 100k, and for only 7.5k, I mean, you're making at least 90K. So yeah, I would recommend just having your technician source your crates rather than sourcing them yourselves, because this is probably top 3 in passive businesses in the game. I mean, Acid Lab's pretty good, Nightclub's pretty good, and then I'd probably put the cargo warehouse and probably something like the bunker. But yeah, I would definitely recommend just talking to your technician. As you can see, I guess we can see how much I have in this one. This is like this is like the most product I have in my large warehouse out of the two. And obviously, as you can see right now, it's at a 511K just for 31 crates. And I've probably had it for about a week or so. So yeah, pretty easy if you just go talk to your technicians like every time you get on. Because also, one thing I will mention is, say you just source the crates, you get off for like 2 hours. When you come back, the crates will be back and you can call the technician again. So it works like when you're out of the game too. So I think that's pretty good. And now I'm going to be talking about the actual sell missions themselves. Money making itself, you actually have to do a sell mission, obviously. Now for the small warehouses, which that's what I'm in right now, you can have a max of 16 crates and you can sell it for 240K in a private session, or 350K to 400K while in a public session with like the special money bonus. And obviously when it's on double money, you can make $480,000. But I don't know, they've been really like weird with their double money recently. I don't really know why they are, but they just have been. And also you can upgrade the delivery vehicles, which I don't know if I'd recommend doing that, because it is kind of expensive and it doesn't really matter, especially if you're like me and you just sell in a private session. But it definitely could be worth selling in a public session, of course. Up next, we have medium warehouses, which can hold a max of 42 crates and can be sold for 735K in a private session, or anywhere from 1 million to 1.2 million in a public session. And obviously when it's on double money, it's like 1.4 million, and then plus the upgrade or the public session bonus, it's probably like 1.8 million or something, which is very good, honestly. But it doesn't really go on double money a lot, as I mentioned previously. But I mean, it probably is worth selling at least this one in a public session. Same with the large one, but we'll get into that in a second. Actually, right now, CEO cargo warehouses, they can hold an absurd 111 crates and can be sold for $2.2 million in a private session, or $3.3 million in a full public session, which is honestly really good. And obviously on double money, it can sell from probably like 5 to 6 million if it's on double money and in a public session, which is kind of insane. Like if you have 5 of those, like 100% full in a public session and on double money, you can make like around $3 million. And even if not, if you have 5 of them full, you're still making around $18 million just by selling in a public session, or obviously 10 million if you sell in a private, which is still pretty good money. And I would definitely recommend this business. I mean, it's not as good as the Nightclub, or I mean, it might be. I think it's kind of better than the Acid Lab, just because you can have like 5 warehouses at once compared just to like one Acid Lab. Although I will say, I think the Acid Lab can make you more like money faster. I do think that the cargo warehouses are better over time. But yeah, this is my guide over the CEO cargo warehouses. Let me know if I missed anything, because I may have. I'm not 200% sure. This is just everything that I thought of when I was making my little script. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and if you want me to do another guide on pretty much any business in the game, I can. And yeah, just leave some suggestions in the comments, and I'll probably get to it within the next week or so. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and peace out.